Hello, happy people, I'm Kat and welcome to Copycat Vlog. First of all, I want to say hello to anyone who loves pets, just like I do. I love dogs and cats and wildlife, and I'm saying hello to you for a reason. This video I'm dedicating to Trusted Housesitters, this website that I started using last year. And so far I had 6 successful sits as a pet sitter. I've been talking to a few friends who have been curious about it, how it works, where do you start. So this is one of the reasons why I decided to make this video. I want to make it as informative, as clear as possible. So if you're curious about this website or just love animals in general and looking for a side hustle, this is one of the great ideas. I'm gonna give you tips, life hacks, call them whatever you want, about the best ways of using Trusted House Sitters, and also my personal story about how I got started with it. When you register, you can get 2 types of account. One as a homeowner. So basically you have a pet and you're going somewhere away and you want a pet sitter for your pet. You want somebody to stay at your house. Second option is what I chose, is being a pet sitter. So if I want to travel to France, I'm looking for a place to stay, I'm finding a cool pet sitting opportunity, whether it's with a dog, with a cat. You can also get both accounts. So I've met house owners who also love to travel and who also don't mind pet sitting other pets. You pay double price of that, but if that's your passion, just like I found it happens to be my passion. Sometimes I've seen all kinds of cool and funny pet sitting opportunities. One of them was with bunnies and rabbits. Then I saw this parrot who lives in Kenya and apparently loves talking a lot. It's a pity because I really wanted to apply for that. The recent funniest ones that I've seen, one was taking care of more than 100 cockroaches. And I was like, what? Is this even real? And I went to that pet sitting opportunity and I saw that it has a lot of 5-star ratings. And people said yes. At the beginning, we were hesitant because, who wants to pet sit more than 100 cockroaches? It sounds scary, right? I'm not scared of cockroaches, but still. But then as I read the reviews, it seems like a very low maintenance type of job. There is like a terrarium or aquarium where the cockroaches live. You just have to put food and you can observe them, they're harmless. Another fun pet sit that I've seen was with more than 23 cats. And I was like, how do you keep track of them? Because every profile actually has information about pets. So it would have the little circles and then their names underneath. So on that one, I went and I checked and there were like 23 circles with 23 cats, which I thought was hilarious. One of the tips about this website is, even if you're not booking your sits, Trusted House Sitters became my idea of pet therapy. When I'm having a difficult day, sometimes I would go on this website and I would just browse through beautiful houses and cute animals and dream about getting a house like that for myself one day, or maybe getting a pet like that. And if that's what makes you feel better, which in my case it does, that's another tip to try and get on this website. And instead of Pinterest, you can look at this animals website and also enjoy beautiful interiors and houses around the world. Just want to say from the beginning, this is not a paid video. I'm just enthusiastic about animals. If you want to make money, this is not one of the ways to make money, because Trusted House Sitters, you don't pay, you don't get paid typically, and you actually have to register and pay a certain amount of money in order to be able to access the platform. So I'm going to put it on the screen. There are 3 types of membership. You can become a basic sitter for 119 euros a year, standard sitter for 149 euros, and premium sitter for 239. I currently have a standard sitter plan and I got registered with a discount code that I found online. I also have a discount code, so if you want to register with 25% discount, I will put my code here, or I can also put the link underneath this video. It also gives me 2 free months, so it's kind of a win-win situation. So thanks to anyone who will register. My tip, in case you just want to get started but you're not sure how it works, start with the if not basic, maybe I would recommend standard sitter. Basic one is okay, it allows you to access the website, but it doesn't have any extra functions. With standard sitter, what's most important for me is that animals stay safe and healthy, so you actually can get some kind of vet support, vet calls, and I think for me that's the most important thing. The premium plan, you can even get access to business lounges in the airports. In the end, if you're into that kind of stuff, why not? I personally haven't tried it, but it's more of a luxury type of plan, and the difference is like $100/€100. How did I get started? I love animals, and I can't have one right now because of the nature of my work, because I travel, because I'm not sure where I will be settled. And getting an animal is a huge responsibility. So hopefully one day I will get one. But before I do that, Trusted Housesitters is a great way for me to spend time with animals, to have this animal therapy, and also to be able to travel the world. So in the past 6 seats that I did, I went to Norway, Switzerland, Spain, France, Portugal. I've been to so many amazing places around Europe. But let's speak about Trusted Housesitters locations. I'm currently based in Spain, so I'm more looking for locations in Europe. Honestly speaking, there are not that many locations in Europe in comparison to the other locations. Like the most popular locations are based in the UK, in the US, and I would say Canada. There are quite a few options in Australia, which is also great. One day I dream to go there. Just to be able to maintain your expectations, those are like the most popular places. If you want to go to Asia, there are quite a few options in Singapore, in Hong Kong, but not too many. So as a pet sitter who wants to get to certain specific locations, and this was a really great, useful tip for me, when you search in the search box, you type Iceland and you search any pet sits available in Iceland. There are not too many. But what you can do, you can put saved search and save that country, and then you will receive email whenever somebody opens a new pet sit in Iceland. So this tip was very useful to me. I receive emails, the locations that I'm curious about. Go ahead and set it up on your email. Highly recommended. To be selected for your first seat, you need to have some references, because if you just created profile and you don't have any references, imagine as a house owner when you have 5 different applications, how do you choose? Of course, you would choose somebody who already has some reviews. In my case, our first seat, we applied in Norway, and it was a young couple from Colombia. We became their first pet sitters, but they also became our first experience of doing the pet sit. Back then, we had a few references, which I asked some of my friends to write, because if you have 0, obviously, like it's a little scary to let new people in your house. You don't really know what to expect. And if there are at least a few recommendations from people that can vouch for you, that you're safe, that you're reliable, that's understandable why you would or wouldn't be chosen. When you start your profile, make sure that you put the work into it. The profile should stand out. If you just upload photos of yourself without having any pictures with animals, that kind of defeats the purpose a little bit. So it's good if you have some nice photos with animals. It's good if you list your experience extensively. It's good if you had an animal when you were a child, which in my case, I had a dog. It's also great to be honest, like don't over-exaggerate. Don't try to impress. And then, when you have an actual call or conversation with the house owners, they realize that you were not truthful. When you apply for house seats, maximum amount of applications as of 2024, when I'm recording this video, is 5 seats. So only 5 sitters can apply for one house. Obviously, all the best house seats or house seats in rare locations like Iceland, the example I gave before, they go out very quickly. Trusted Housesitters is being used in more than 130 different countries, which is pretty cool. And of course, there are some people who are digital nomads. Their whole lifestyle revolves around this website. So for me, it's more like of a side hustle. It's something that I love to do and I do in my free time, but I also have a full-time job. But there are people whose whole lifestyle is based around this website. So for them, getting good reviews and rating is especially important. Before I send my application, I really read through the whole house description, pet description, not to miss anything. For example, I have a fear of mice. So if I want to pet sit for the cat that brings mice inside, it's better for me to know. And when I apply, I can ask this question already up front. And then the owner would tell me immediately, and then I know if I'm the right fit or not. So I encourage both, if you're a pet sitter, be as descriptive as you can in your profile, but the same goes for house owners. The more you tell us from the start, the better applicants you will get. So for example, if your cat wakes up every morning at 5 a.m., please tell us, because some people are early birds, they love waking up, but some people just wouldn't apply. So this would increase quality of your applications, and people who apply, you would ultimately get better results and won't waste other people's time. And I think that's crucial. For my applications, I already created a template of a message that I send to every house owner. But I do believe it's still important to read very thoroughly and amend these messages, because if you send, someone by mistake with another name or are not specify what pet you're going to sit, that's just gonna create a bad impression, and don't be surprised when you're not chosen. I always suggest to make a call, whether it's a phone call, FaceTime, WhatsApp call, whatever platform works. In my application, I already mentioned that I'm happy to do that beforehand. First of all, I'm doing it for myself, because once you have a phone call, you can get a vibe of what the house is like, what the owner is like, if there are any red flags. You can ask any type of questions. I've done 6 different seats, and all the owners from these seats have agreed to do phone calls. And after each phone call, I didn't have hesitations, because many homeowners walk me through the house, talk about the pet, show me the pet. I would be able to ask any questions. I would always open the floor for their questions if they're curious to know anything about me. We would prearrange the travel. That's a very important point, because if you're traveling from far away or from anywhere really, it's really important to understand what time do owners feel comfortable for you to arrive? What time do they want you to leave? They want you to arrive earlier, so they walk you through the house rules, tell you more about the pet, and actually make the pet feel more comfortable. Or maybe they just want you to come and pick up the keys from the post box. So many house owners have the guide around the house, which is also on this website, on the Trusted Housesitters. Once you're being accepted for the seat, you are able to access the guide with all the house rules. It's incredible when house owners put time and effort into this guide, because it eventually makes everyone's life easier. In this guide, you can put any peculiar habits from your pets, feeding time, veterinary info, anything else you want to put. Honestly, it's nice when the house owners would put recommendations around the area, their favorite restaurants. It's not obligatory, but it's just a nice gesture. It adds up to the experience. When you apply, obviously a lot of places sound really cool, and maybe you get overexcited when you see something like Maldives suddenly being opened for the travel opportunity. You get excited about location, but then you start looking, and some house owners only put photos of their pets, which makes you wonder, where are the pictures of the house itself? So I actually wrote one woman, sorry, but I only see photos of your cat. And then she said, oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot to update my application. Vice versa goes for beautiful house. There can be billions of photos of really nice interior, but if there are no photos of the animal or no real description of the animal, that could be problematic. My recommendation to house owners, make like a healthy mix of different kind of pictures. And actually same goes to pet sitters. Don't just put all the photos with animals, but I think it's nice to have a good amount of pictures which show your personality. And if you have pictures with animals, that's obviously a bonus. As a pet sitter, I would also look for something like cluttered spaces. So if you apply for a house and you see that the house owner didn't really put too much effort into making their place look nice, they took photos of the place, but there is a lot of like messiness, maybe I would think twice before applying for the seat. It just shows lack of passion, lack of organization, and in reality, you might come to the house which won't be very clean. I think the key to make Trusted House Sitters work is honestly just really enjoy the experience and not apply just because you want to travel for free, because for that there are lots of websites where you can swap houses, where you can travel, like couch surfing is still there. But you really have to love animals. So I could have registered at any other website, but I chose Trusted Housesitters actually because I love animals. And I understand for many people, maybe if you're a digital nomad, you need to stay somewhere, maybe that's an option. But I do believe it really pays off and you get good reviews if you give your best and if you try to really enjoy your experience, but also take really good care of the animal. If it's not just another chore on your list, but it's actually like something you really want to do. And in my case, yes, I love traveling and I love animals, and it just happened to be perfect combination that manifested itself into my life. I also use other websites like Rover, where I do dog walking, dog sitting. If I didn't mention anything, or if you have any questions, please leave them underneath this video. I hope you found my tips and life hacks informative, interesting. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Enjoy my shorts, my numerous shorts with animals. Your copycat.